Hi, my name is Naisha. Some of you guys know me as Shobon, and this is a Spurs video podcast that some of you guys have called YouShubes. I must admit, I'm so glad to get that North London derby out of the way. I was so shit in there, really was. And we got a point, and I think it's a fair point. I think Arsenal attacked us. We had two lines of four, and so look, break us down. We're not gonna make it easy to play for you. It's kind of like, I don't know, in MMA, you're fighting a Muay Thai guy, and you think, yeah, I'm not on the stand with him. It's like, bollocks, that shit. You take the fight to where it's best for you, and if you're a wrestler, you take it to the ground. You try and neutralize his advantage and make him play your game, and that's general of any sport. You take the game to where you are at your strongest, and your opponent's at his weakness. Obviously, we're 11 points of Arsenal. Obviously, the West Brom game, probably the most depressing performance I've ever seen, but it's good to know that we can rebound. We actually have a passion about us. Chadley's is our top scorer. Who would have thought that? He couldn't. And if he'd taken his chance against Liverpool, who knows? That could be a very different game. It's not one Chadley. There are games which I think suit him very well, and games that don't. The game on Saturday suited him brilliantly. Counter-attacking, he was constantly running himself. He's strong, he's powerful. Obviously, he's not that quick, and that's ideally you want someone like Gareth Bale, who's got incredible speed and incredible power to go with that. It's just not the speed, it's also that sheer physical power. He hasn't got that, but he's intelligent. He'll know when to run into those positions, and kind of like Clint Dempsey, who I think he's a bigger, stronger version of. Definitely bigger. I wouldn't see how those got on a fight, but he's definitely bigger, and he's probably maybe a little bit quicker, but he knows when to go into the box. One of the things I think I would like to see, we're obviously playing Besiktas tomorrow, is I don't know if Pochettino's his top team or not. That's just my imagination. I don't think, obviously he took over probably June. Players went to the World Cup, they came back, rest, they went to international friendlies, and you don't really get to know how players really are until they're playing for you when the results matter. And I think it's only been about 5, 6 games in, and it's very hard to figure out, this is how we should play, this is what we should be doing, right? Obviously, I'm very happy to see Ryan Mason, and a fellow Enfield boy, making his first team debut, and acquitting himself well. And since Luka Modric has left, we haven't had anyone who can actually pass the ball forward. A good example, I know Tom Hudson, he could do that, and he could play the ball beautifully, but there's a reason why Tom Hudson plays for Hull and not Man City or Barcelona, i.e. like a Yaya Toure. Yes, it's very good to have a powerful shot. Yes, it's very good to be able to play a very good pass, but you've got to be mobile with it, and quick with the ball to release it, and just as mobile without the ball, which he never was. Mason obviously is not going to have that forward passing ability of a Luka Modric or a Tom Hudson, but he's probably a lot more mobile than Tom Hudson will ever be. And I don't think he'll be as strong as Luka. I mean, Luka had thighs the size of my head, but I definitely think it's a step in the right direction, and just acknowledge that we do need a forward passer in there. So we play Besiktas tomorrow. Besiktas, coached by Slaven Bilic, who they've done very well. I mean, it's a guy who took Croatia very well. He's done a good job with Besiktas. I do believe, I think it is Slaven Bilic, and I do believe they played Arsenal in the Champions League qualifying round and took it to them. It was a tough old game for them. So I think with this, with the game that we've got plus Sunday, and then we've got international break, then it's Man City, that's like an absolutely massive test. I would actually be advocating us to play I don't know if I say strongest team, but as strong as possible, and look to play that 2 games in a row. And I think one of the things I would suggest us doing is actually deciding, give Addy a rest, and let's just play Soldado. Everyone's been saying, Soldado, he's never given a chance. Then, I've no respect to Andrew Townsend, who I've met, really like the guy, he's a really, really good person. And Aaron, who I haven't met, I'm sure he's a good guy, so is Paulinho. They are the Europa League attacking midfield trio. They're not first choice. And so I would say, for me, and this is just my mind, I would play that same midfield that played Arsenal. It's a bit of a risky one because Ryan Mason's had those injuries, so do you want to risk that? But that's how I do it. I play those, those five in midfield supporting Soldado, and then there can be no argument. They'll say, well, you know what, Soldado's never had the service. Now, me personally, I don't think Soldado's going to be the player that we need him to be. I don't think he's quick enough, strong enough, or skillful enough to play the lone striker. He's not good enough to play off the shoulder. He's not strong enough because people bounce off the ball, and I don't think he's skillful enough to have that balance to hold on to the ball. I just don't think he can hold the ball, which, we've seen, boxers in the boxes have to have more than, just that predator instinct. Michael Owen, until injuries, he was lightning fast. Aguero, look how good he is. He's a fox in the box, but he's so much more to his game. I think you have to have more nowadays. I think it's also about the timing as well. I mean, Gary Lineker, great boxer, great poacher, call him a goal hanger, whatever you want to call him, but he knew when to be there, that sense of instinctive timing. And obviously, he wasn't exactly short of pace and fairly strong on the ball as well. So that's why I think Soldado will fall down. I don't think, not that I'm a Soldado hater. I mean, there's a thing on Spurs Forum, Soldado versus Welbeck, he'll get more goals. I think first I think we Welbeck, but I think that's where you have to look at it. I do think Soldado just isn't the right fit for us. I think out of that, of the Magnificent Seven, I think at least 2 or 3 will be going by the end of the year. And I would not be surprised if Soldado, Paulinho, and Soldado, and maybe Vlad wasn't in that list. That being said, I don't know much about that. Obviously, I think Gemma Bar, we all know how good he is at scoring goals against us. He is a predator. He's a very good box predator. I think he's at Besiktas. I think, obviously, I'm not saying Aguero and Demba are the same similar kinds of players, but they both have a good sense of timing, and they know when to come out, when to come in, when to come out of the box. They know how to lead the line. So I would probably play Yunus Kabul and Vertonghen. I'd give Norton another chance. I think he wasn't terrible at, right back. I know the stats showed that Ozil had loads of passes, but then Arsenal had bulk of the pass anyway, so I don't think it's an unfair comparison to compare. I don't think it's a fair comparison to compare Ozil to Eriksen on that. And me personally, I think Ozil's superb. Like, I saw him play for Germany in the World Cup in South Africa. I thought he was superb. And Real Madrid have a fine player for 3 years, so I don't, I think Eriksen's a lot younger and costs like didn't cost, it's like 4 times cheaper. So I don't think it's a fair comparison. So yeah, I'd play that. And then what I'd look to do is I'd look to try and establish a lead, really push the pace against Besiktas, obviously they're on our turf. The game of the onus is on us. And then, come half time, I'd actually, put in triple substitution if I could. I'd actually bring on Dembele, take him off for Mason, strengthen that midfield up a little bit, and switch to a 4-3-3, bring on Paulinho, and play almost like a weird triangle. So like Capu at the base, 2 box to box, and Paulinho and Dembele having to go forward. And right at the tips, I'd actually have Adi Andros and Aaron Lennon playing as orthodox wingers, feeding Soldado. And I think that way we can say, look, we've done everything we can. We have played it our strongest midfield formation. Does he fit? We'll find out. And now then we're going to play to his strengths. We're going to get players in there. We're going to tell them, look, your job is to attack fullbacks. Get wide, whip across in. That's all you've got to do. And if he's the predator and that instinctive finisher he's meant to be, he'll be lapping it up. You've got 3 very strong midfielders, powerful midfield in there. So they should hopefully be controlling midfield, especially Capu being as the deepest one of them. You've got Dembele who can run it forward, and you've got Paulinho who, in theory, can pass it forward. So there is nothing that, and so therefore I don't think there's anything in theory that should say to people like Soldado, oh, we haven't given them a chance. All right, it's one game, and you can't keep giving them that. But I think that's the way we have to do it. I think, especially when we're at home. So yeah, that's how I do it. I'd be interested to see what Mark's of Spurs Fanatics thinks. Mark, if you don't know, and you should check out Spurs Fanatic. It is a superb site, really good breakdown about tactics and movements, and I think it's fantastic. It's very exciting. Another very good site is something called Rule the Roost, a guy called Raj Baines, Spurs fan, and they do an excellent podcast as well. I really would check it out. So yeah, So anyway, I've enjoyed talking to you guys. If you always, like I said, Twitter me at W4TheRealShabon. And just going to shout out briefly to my Long Island brother from another mother, Kevin G. Missing you, buddy, and I miss having some good old barbecue with you, mate. Those who don't know, me and Kev go back a long time, and he's been a fan of the YouTubes for a while. We met finally this year in New York City and had some awesome barbecue. He's a huge Spurs fan. The guy's got Spurs decals everywhere, so yeah, massive Spurs fan. So, come on, you Spurs.